A fed-up tax practitioner brought to light some astounding findings about an IRS organization called the Taxpayer Advocate Service. Out of the 76 local telephone lines in the US, only 2 telephone lines were answered by a representative. Our tax practitioner, after waiting for 6 weeks to receive a response to his correspondence and phone calls he made to this IRS service, decided to make a complaint to a federal watchdog, probably without expecting much to happen. But as it were, on January 19, 2024, the Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration received a referral from the Treasury Office of Inspector General regarding his complaint. This led to an in-depth evaluation of the IRS's Taxpayer Advocate Service. The July 30, 2024 Treasury Inspector General's report found that out of the 76 local telephone lines in the US, only 2 telephone lines were answered. For the remaining 74 lines, they found that 2 lines were not in service. 16 lines received an error message that the voicemail box was full, and 56 lines sent the calls to voicemail with the voicemail prompt indicating that callbacks would be received within timeframes ranging from 1 business day to 4 weeks. 4 weeks to receive a response to a financial hardship? Because if you have never heard of the Taxpayer Advocate Service, this is an independent organization within the IRS that identifies itself as your voice at the IRS. Congress created the Taxpayer Advocate Service to help individuals and businesses resolve problems that haven't been resolved through normal IRS channels and to address large-scale systemic issues that affect groups of taxpayers. An example of an issue that the Taxpayer Advocate Service is responsible for helping with is, for example, if you need your tax refund as soon as possible to avoid a financial hardship, like eviction, or maybe for an urgent medical expense. Another example is when you have tried to contact the IRS repeatedly to no avail. IRS has been very difficult to work with in the past. Resolving a problem would take months or even years. Although with the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022 funding the IRS received, we did see some improvements in IRS customer service. The January 2024 National Taxpayer Advocate Annual Report to Congress reported that the IRS still struggles to balance employees between answering telephones and processing correspondence. In response to the Treasury Inspector General's report, the IRS Taxpayer Advocate Service only partially agreed with their recommendations. But it did take corrective actions to make changes to voicemail messages and to update the IRS and Taxpayer Advocate Service websites. Unfortunately, it did not agree to all the recommendations because of limited staffing, but it did commit to reviewing voicemail messages on a daily basis and identifying the taxpayers who are facing imminent economic hardship or other time-sensitive problems so that the service can open cases and assign them on a priority basis. If you like the information, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tax updates. Thank you for watching.